What up, everybody? It's the Beard and Brilliance Show. It's your boys. Good life for us. Good life, Twan. What's up with my dog?
What's up with my guy, man? How you feeling today?
Brilliant. I'm feeling good. I'm chilling, bro. Just I'm here today, so I can't even complain.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. We got a good show
Man,
going today, man. I'm excited,
been anticipating this all day.
man. We back in the flow. It's show two. That's what's crazy. Seem like
Already?
this is flying by.
Already?
So, what's something that you noticed about the first show that was different from like when we were recording before?
I seem like it flowed a little smoother. I mean, just to piggybacking off each other,
Hmm.
becoming aware and alert. Um, you know, I've seen a lot more, interaction. I will say it seemed like everybody who was there, what I'm saying, was kind of interacting.
Hmm. That's something I noticed too. Definitely seeing a lot more people showing up, showing up. That's what I like to see, man. Especially as the show grows, I feel like it's gonna be so much interaction from the crowd. So many questions, prompts. You know what I mean? Things that get brought up that we could touch on and we share some insight on. You did.
Man,
So we got a show for y'all today. It's up in the air. It's gonna be a lot of things discussed. I know the first thing we kind of was talking about was being bigger than the bullshit. So when we, say that, what does that mean to you?
I mean, just being bigger than the bullshit in so many aspects. I feel like it all boiled down to knowing who you are, and knowing what you got to lose. It don't matter what's going on around you. Like when you know who you are and you know what you got to lose, you always gonna be bigger than the bullshit.
Yeah. I feel like once you on your path, whatever you trying to do, it's gonna be shit that try to get in your way. It's gonna be things that try to, make you backtrack. It's gonna be things that try to keep you where you are. I think constantly, like as you're doing anything, you gotta constantly ask yourself, like, why what am I doing this for? You know what I mean? Like what am I trying to get out of this? I think that'll help more in times where you gotta be the bigger person, but it's a tough task, man. Like sometimes I don't want to be the bigger person. You know what I mean? And I had to process those feelings for a while to really understand like every situation ain't about you. Sometimes it feels like we under a personal attack, you know what I mean? And it feels like the world is out to get us. But I remind myself like we attracting allies, not enemies. You know what I mean? Because I've been paranoid at times, and that fed into me feeling like, damn, like is everybody on bullshit with me? Like, what am I doing wrong?
No, for
Sometimes I think
real.
it ain't your season.
Hey man, listen. I think as we grow and we, go through different shit though, it become more and more clear what bullshit is. I
Mhm.
think, the younger us kind of relate to bullshit so much that we wasn't able to identify it. We thought it was normal. A
Mhm.
lot of bullshit that was going on. I remember going to football games and shit. You see everybody run in the crowd, you ran over there, like,
Yeah.
and it was just a part of being a kid, but the older you get, you realize, like, that's bullshit. Like anything of that nature is bullshit. It's like, and you just gradually grow and realize that no matter what's going on around you, you feel me? Like shit, you still like everything you do gonna affect you. I don't care if you do it on Saturday, it
Mhm.
affect you on Monday. Like
Nah,
shit
that's real.
happen, man. People think, oh, it's the weekend, I can clown, I can do this. Like, nah, man. Like when you put yourself in bullshit, sometimes it's hard to get out of anything to do with it.
Yeah, and it seems like everything you touch, it starts to get on it. It starts to like creep into even the good things you have going in your life. For me, that's a lot of times why I'm okay with being bigger than the bullshit. Like I'm okay with avoiding shit, moving out the way. Cause like sometimes we don't even know the energy it's about to take to respond to some shit. You know what I mean? And all that energy you spent could have been better used. Like I just believe we waste a lot of steps and motions, like living out of anger, living out of reaction. When it's like, how many of those situations benefited you for you to keep doing it? You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just logic. Like you keep walking straight ahead, you don't duck, you gonna hit your head. You know what I mean? Like how many knots you gotta get to realize, like, damn, maybe I need to duck.
You know, keep walking up under the same tree over and over.
And I feel like the
Yeah,
thing that keeps us in situations like that is ego and pride. You know what I mean? Like it's just that resilience, but like for the wrong shit. It's like sometimes we be determined for bullshit. Like we can't avoid it. Like we're attracting it.
shit, shit, because a lot of us bullshit.
Yeah,
That'd be the
nah, facts.
problem.
They
That'd be the
projecting who they
problem.
are, man.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to hide bullshit when you know that's your nature. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people like walking into that branch over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
it's more suitable and more fitting for them. Anything better than that to duck their head would be abnormal. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
you hear people, you know, become victim of their situations by always trying to, you know, oh well, that's all I seen growing up. That's all I know. It's like shit. I ain't gotta hit my head if I watch you walk and I know if I know me and you the same height and I watch you walking and you hit your head, you think I'm gonna walk that way?
Right.
Right, you know, so sometimes, like I said, bullshit be so normal to us. You gotta, you know, really stoop down and figure out everybody's perspective of bullshit is different. Some people take this shit as just their normal life. And I done seen some
Hmm.
people really living in bullshit and feel normal about it. It's
It's just a
scary.
regular Tuesday.
Man, what happened?
So what did you, I would say, do to like block out the noise? You know what I mean? Like the chatter, the temptation. What is something that you do?
Man, honestly, I love music so much.
Hmm.
I find that being my peace, my happy place, man. Anytime I feel like I'm being distracted, anytime I feel like I'm being tempted, like I always got some type of music I could turn on, man, to kind of just take my mind away. You feel me? Like I learned to improvise my time though. Like I started really mastering my time and what I had going on. The more I stay busy, the less you find yourself being tempted to engage in bullshit in any form. You feel me? If you keep yourself busy, if you find hobbies, you know what I'm saying, things you enjoy doing just on a normal basis, it's like mastering your time. Like literally mastering your time, and that's the best advice I can say. Once you learn how to master your time, you become less susceptible to bullshit. Ain't no room for it. You ain't got no type of free space.
Hmm. That's a big one. I could definitely agree with that. For me, I would say keeping busy, like keeping busy with things that I enjoy, like things that are outside of like my purpose or like where I'm trying to put my focus. It don't even show up on my radar. Like I can't even entertain it. You know what I mean? That's like boundaries I have within myself. Like you can't say you care about don't care about somebody and you getting upset by some shit they got to say. Like you gonna have to pick a lane. You know what I mean? So I had to learn to stop giving people so much merit and like so much weight in what they're saying and what they're doing. And just ask myself, like, what is this trying to teach me? Because a lot of times we get stuck in the why is this happening to me mode, you know what I mean? And it's hard to learn in that space. So what I like to do is like, what is this trying to teach me? What is this trying to show me? Like, how can I work through this situation versus feeling like this situation is trying to beat me or take my energy or trick me? You know what I mean? Like, because sometimes once you quiet everything and you listen to what's being said, like it ain't noise at all. It actually might be helpful. But when you already loud inside your head, everything gonna sound like noise. Everything gonna sound like ruckus, and you know what I mean, like
Distraction. Yeah.
overstimulation. Yeah, so it's like when you start quieting yourself and your own thoughts, And to me, that comes with just addressing yourself, like looking in the mirror, having a real conversation with yourself, and then going from there. I think a lot of people are trying to look for advice on how to get to know themselves, and that's like something you have to discover. Like only you would know how to do that. You know what I mean? But for
Mhm.
me, it takes sometimes being out the way, not being in the mix, not being a part of the parade or the conversation or the fun. You know what I mean? Like really sitting down and asking myself, like, yo, are we cool? You know what I mean? Before I even go into that noisy room, like, am I okay?
Nah, for real.
You dig?
Yeah, I done literally had to prepare myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand the energy you put yourself in the midst of. Like, man, that shit weigh heavy on you. Like,
Mhm,
you know, it's like shit. If you keep putting yourself in situations where it's bullshit all day, it's ruckus, it's chaotic for you all day. Like, I don't care if it's work. Like, ain't nothing in life that's more beneficial to you than your peace,
mhm,
you know. And I don't care, no situation can tell me that it's more important than your peace. I ain't found one yet.
nah, that's a
People
fact.
don't understand that stress will kill you. Like stress will really kill you.
Mhm,
Like people don't understand. People continue to go into ruckus place, chaotic places every day, and they just make themselves. You know what I'm saying? You become acceptance to it so much, like it become normal to you. You
mhm.
damn near learn how to damn near survive in the chaos. Like
Yeah,
some people think that's a good thing. Like that shit ain't healthy, bro. You shouldn't be able to function in chaos. Like, yeah,
mhm,
you should learn how to thrive through it and know how to thrive through it, but you shouldn't be able to just focus, just sitting in the midst of chaos all day. Like that's abnormal. Like that's
yeah,
that's
hundred
that's real
percent.
abnormal. Like I think that
Nah,
once
I
we
agree.
start learning that, it's gonna be a little easier for people to understand. Go ahead.
What'd you say?
Now I was telling you, go ahead. You was piggybacking off,
Oh no, I ain't saying nothing.
but
Oh, you
yeah,
was done. You was saying?
yeah,
Oh, okay. Nah, I was just saying as far as like I was gonna say 100% like everything you said. You know what I mean? And I think it's in those moments when we sit with ourselves. It's not even always to figure out like where we're going next or like what best we should be doing. Like sometimes it literally is to just cut the noise off. Cause like you said, you get around something long enough, you just stop forgetting you listening to it. You become in a trance. And
yeah,
then it's be like when someone turns the music off, you feel off balance. Like you feel weird. You know what I mean? It's like you know what I mean? Like you damn near relapsing. Cause it's like, damn, I done got used to this. I became like to this rhythm and now somebody just take it away. And I feel like that's a lot of what society does to us when we're not paying attention with like the food we eat, the entertainment we watch. It's like we get used to something, then they just like, oh, it's gone. Or like it's weird
yeah.
when the restaurants like the best thing they got is a limited time. Like, bro, keep that on the menu. You know what I mean? Like, now I know y'all playing with us.
We learned that early off, man. Supply and demand.
Hmm.
They only gonna give you a little piece of it. The demand of it gonna stay high. They'll always be able to tingle a little bit of it in front of your face. Oh, we gonna drop it for 2 months this time. Oh, next time we gonna drop it for 3 months. Oh, we gonna go away again for 5 months. We gonna get them. They hot, they ready, they waiting. We gonna drop it again for 1 month, man. Like, and it's just a teaser continuously. Like, I mean, that's kind of how life is set up in front of us. Like, you watch them come out with new shit all the time. Like, mainly with our kids, it start young. You feel
Hmm.
me? Like, it's the trends now. You know, what new little thing is going on? Okay, we only gonna let it play for so long. We only gonna give it a little duration of time because the more and more and more we put it out there, the more they gonna want. They don't want. They gonna want. Once we got their mind feast on it, we take it away. Like, and then at the end of the day, we constantly want so much that they can always come back and struggle that same little thing in our face. and we're gonna be subjective to it every time. Oh yeah, y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? Like,
Mhm.
but I think like over time we'll grow to recognize. Like I said, I'm gonna draw it back into the peace statement that no matter what it look like, no matter what it sound like, sometimes no matter what you feel like, if it ain't your piece, it ain't it.
Mhm. That's 100%. And that is a part of, to me, the healing journey. Like, it's not just addressing, the things that happen. Like, sometimes it's preventing things from happening. You dig? Like, the best medicine is preventative medicine. And too many times we think like, oh man, I'm just gonna gamble out here and put myself in this, tough predicament, and we'll see what happens. Or ain't nothing gonna happen to me. Ain't nothing happen yet. It only take one time, man. It only take one
Oh
time for
yeah.
something to happen. You dig? Like, so how do you stay grounded? How do you calm yourself down once you got to that point?
Well, I say that's something I'm still currently working on, but
Mhm,
I think now being where I am in life, once I get to that point, once I reach that level, um, like I said, it all go back to my time management. The moment I found myself really at my breaking point, um, maximizing the time that I have, lessening my sleep patterns. Um, I try to stay busy. I try to almost put myself in a stage where I'm overworking, nonstop. Um, and a lot of people tell you to slow your life down. I kind of speed mine up. When I find myself in the midst of that breaking point, I try to make my life go as fast as possible. Not actually the lifespan of it, but more so figuratively, like my busyness, um, my patterns, my work ethics. Like, I don't give myself no breathing room to take no breaks.
mhm,
Um, Almost to overexert. Once I reach my point where I feel like I'm at, where I've recognized where I'm at, I kind of can pace myself a little better mentally. It becomes a time where you got to ask yourself, though, what, what is it worth to you mentally?
mhm.
And if I'm constantly, overthinking or overdriving about something, I mean, I'd rather let it go mentally than to keep thinking about it. Um,
Mhm.
so I really haven't had that problem lately, with anything. Honestly, I can honestly say like I don't let myself over exert mentally no more about nothing in life. I mean, things gonna happen, things gonna go a certain way. Some days you're gonna be happy, some days you ain't. I don't overexert myself with it, trying to figure out.
That's smart. So you start tackling before it even gets started. You
Man, listen,
identify, yeah. That's how I am too. For me, like, I just need to get outside. Like, I need some fresh air. I need to breathe and step back for a second. I learned in the
thank you.
past, your first thought ain't always your best thought. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta give it a few tries. And I've learned like that I deserve that grace to take a moment to breathe, to think. You know what I mean? Because like actions, inactions, like that's some of that stuff's the rest of our life. Like you can't go take that back. You can't change that. So I make sure I'm already prepared. Like, all right, whatever we walking into, I'm prepared to live with the outcome. You know what I mean? No matter what we got to do. So I think for me, like that's pretty much all you could do. You know what I mean? Like I feel like removing yourself, all that stuff comes later, but it's like in that right first initial moment, I think the best thing to do is think and really, really think about everything in play. Think about your position. You know what I mean? And the rest is just breathing. Sometimes, yeah, I distract myself too. Like I'll get on the game, I'll turn some music on, something that I know that take my mind off the world for a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, 'cause some shit gonna linger. You can't just decide to stop thinking about it. So I think it's best that you have some backup plans. You know what I mean? Some contingencies for when you stuck in the mud. You dig? So what does it
yes.
mean for you? The responsibility of leadership. What do you think when you hear that?
I mean, honestly, it comes natural to my ear. That's something we've been hearing since Pee Wee football, basketball. With great leadership come great responsibility. Um,
Mhm,
you know, everything that you do, has an action, has a reaction. And being a leader, you on the forefront. It's always eyes looking at you. It's always a
mhm,
magnified glass on the things that you do. Um, and, being responsible enough to understand that, if you got a name, you got power, you know, people look up to you. When people look up to you and you still reflect a certain way, you still give them a certain image, you become responsible for your reflection that you putting on them. People
mhm.
don't understand that, like it ain't always just about money. Sometimes it's about the person. Um, some people carry more power mentally over people than they ever did financially for them.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's all about what it looked like. People are subjective to certain things. It's about perspective. So people don't understand, like I said, sometimes just being a role model, sometimes being a leader, you feel
Mhm,
me, is not for everybody because you got to be very careful and mindful how you move when people look up to you and people watching your every move.
mhm. Yeah, I agree. You gotta have integrity, especially when you are leading people who don't know where they're going and they've never seen it before. Like they are in complete faith. They're trusting your word and your way and your leadership. So I think when I think of responsibility of leadership, I think it comes back full circle, like us being the bigger person, us not settling for the easy way, us not settling for the shortcut, but us making sure that we are leading in a way we would want to be led, making sure we're leading in a way that we can look back and be proud of the example we left. And I don't know, I met a lot of leaders who just cared about the title. Like they wanted to be a chief for the nice hut. You know what I mean? Like, and it to me it's so much bigger than that. I think a lot of leaders don't even want to be leaders. I think they just see a room for it and they have gifts, so they step into that position, they step into that role, fulfill it however they see fit. But I think you have to set a higher standard for you than what you're expecting for everyone around you. And that doesn't mean like that's true. I think that just has to be your foundation. You have to go into this thinking like, all right, we giving food to the community. If it's one plate left, I'm not eating today. Like we're gonna make sure
Exactly.
everybody ate before I eat.
That's right.
Everybody can't do that. Some people the first in
Nah.
line. You know what I mean? They ain't even think about the last plate. They thinking I gotta get mine.
And like you said, integrity play a big part. Some
Mhm.
people was raised that way.
Yeah.
Some people come from different upbringing. Some people was raised based off survival.
Mhm.
They don't give a damn who you are. They gotta eat too. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't always judge a person by, I try to kind of get leeway, leverage.
Mhm.
I always try to look at people's intention. Like it's something about when you know wrong and you do wrong, you know.
Yeah.
But some people don't know no better. Like I said earlier in the show, we talked about bullshit. Some people been subjective to bullshit so much their whole life they don't even realize they doing something wrong. I feel bad for
Mhm.
people like that. I try to always get them a little leeway, especially
Mhm.
when you can see it, because sometimes it's so bright.
Yeah.
It don't be here. Sometimes it be so loud, man. Like,
I think that's why I like paying it forward because I've noticed in life sometimes what's happening is you're not losing anything you have, but you're like missing out on what you could have. That's why I believe in paying it forward. Like if I got that last sandwich, I'm gonna split it. Cause next week we might be outside in the cold and you got two hoodies on and all I got is a t-shirt. So that doesn't even guarantee you gonna share a hoodie with me. But I think I got a better chance if I split that sandwich with you than if I don't. You know what I
Nah,
mean?
for real. Nah, yeah, that's reality though.
You know what I mean? Cause too, I may be in the cold, you may be in the cold, you got two sweaters on, and you come over to me like, hey yo, I got a house. You wanna come in my house? I got the heat on in there. I'm like, hey, I'm bringing my sandwich. I'm on the
Nah, for
way.
right. Nah,
You
hey,
dig?
people don't
So I just
understand
pay it
that.
forward, man.
That's
I
that's
ain't gonna
definitely what it
starve
is.
without both halves of that sandwich. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you really just gotta break down the facts because we're so afraid to miss something or miss out or you know what I mean, like not get what we want. And I be thinking like, did everybody get something? I can't even enjoy this sandwich knowing 10 of y'all ain't eat.
Yeah, but that's what great responsibility, you know.
Yeah.
You understand that. You understand that a lot of people don't, you know.
Mhm.
So I mean,
Yeah. It ain't for everybody. The
I
last
watch
point, what was you saying?
and I was about to say I watch some leaders watch their congregation starve while
Hmm.
they feast. You know,
Live like kings.
it happen every day.
Hmm.
What was you saying about the last point?
100%. I was saying the last point is the idea of sacrifice for the greater good. Like a lot of people want to get to paradise, but they're not willing to give up the shit that's holding them down to earth. Like they're not willing to give up the weights and the anchors and you know what I mean, the chains and the shackles. And really that's what's gonna get you in paradise. You gotta be able to let go. You gotta be able to detach.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And that looks different in many different situations. But I tell
Yeah.
people this is what I believe. If you can't take a break from something, if you can't fast from something, you addicted to it. Like about anything, not even just drugs, anything. You
That's the
can't take that little
definition of
porn break.
addict.
You feel me? You something up,
Hey, hey, that's the definition of addict, man. You can't let it go.
bro. For nothing, won't let it go. Like to the point now, it's harming you. You justifying it. You making excuses for it. You know what I mean? So it's like I feel like everything we talked about is like entirely different scopes. Like I don't want anyone to hear this and think like, oh man, I gotta know how to do all this stuff. We showing the many different layers and levels of life. It is not as black and white as we think it is. It is everything in between. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a fact. I definitely agree with that statement, though, for sure. If you can't give it up, you're addicted to it.
Yeah.
You know,
So
and I mean
sometimes I
that's
just
what
take a break from things, man, like watching certain shows, scrolling on social media, things that just again we just start routinely doing so much we don't even realize we're doing it. As soon as I
I
catch
definitely
myself, I'm
love.
like, let's take a break.
I say I definitely.
We still here, don't worry. Bro usually pop back in. But y'all would be today. What's up, y'all? You like my flower? Yeah, there you go. What was you
Oh,
saying?
always touching something. I definitely love me a good little social media break, man.
Yeah.
That definitely give you a little mental space, man, on certain things. You know, like I said, we see so much shit on social media every day that we look past, and we don't realize how much it really affect our everyday living. I mean,
Mhm.
we just constantly see it every day, stroll past it. You know, it's so natural for us to wake up in the morning and get on social media and not think nothing about it. Like, it then got to the point now where it's like, man, when you see this shit on a normal basis, and this is what all you make yourself alert of, like this really becomes your everyday life. You
Mhm.
feel me? Like this is who you are. It's like if you can't take a break from this this is definitely your character, like this is what we subject ourselves to nowadays, you know. So I
Mhm.
think it's important to be able to reset. I love, like I said, I love taking a little break. I love
Mhm.
deactivate my Facebook. You know, I sometimes I use self-restraint to just tell myself don't click on Snapchat. You know, I
Same.
won't need it. You know, I won't click on it. Don't go watch nobody's story. Like, just take a break. You know, if you don't
Mhm.
see nothing, it's weird going back to social media after you deactivated your page. You come back, nothing popping up in your timeline. It's just clean. It's just fresh. You done missed everything. You post up. You wonder why you ain't getting no like. You ain't even in nobody's timeline no more. Like, you know, and I think it's good just to have that reset here and there, man. We need that in life every day, you know. So
Mhm. I agree, man. I agree wholeheartedly. So make sure y'all take y'all breaks out there, man. No burnouts this year. We ain't forcing nothing. Like we taking our time. Anything you got you want to lead the people with?
man, I think to wrap the whole show up with today, um, I'm gonna leave y'all with, self-control.
Mhm.
Um, that's a great tool to work on. You know, I challenge y'all to work on self-control this week. Um, with great leadership become great responsibility.
Mhm.
That's mastered by self-control. Being bigger than the bullshit. That's mastered by self-control. Almost every topic that we touch today is gonna be mastered by self-control. I challenge y'all all this week to work on self-control. That's it
I
from me,
love that.
man. I'm good life, Twan.
I love that, man. Yeah, it's good life for us this way. I'm gonna leave y'all with give everything your all. Even if you on bullshit, even if you being bigger than the bullshit. Give it your all because that too can become your second nature. That too can become your routine. I'm a firm believer of duality. Everything has two sides. So if you can overthink about what can go wrong, you can overthink about what can go right. So you decide what you want to focus on because that's what you attracted into your life. So go hard just so you get used to going hard. You know what I mean? Then that becomes like your second nature. You know what I mean? But we ain't perfect, so live your life. You dig? Just live it. Like too many times I see as we get people getting old and they're like, man, I should have did this, should have did that. Like this today's your time to do it. Anything you want to do out there, make it happen. Like there was one day
Yes,
we
sir.
wasn't doing this pod, now we doing it. You get what I mean? Like it was that simple. And now we done did multiple episodes, multiple guests through the show, spanning over 2 years now, period. So it's like we gonna keep doing this into the third
Yeah,
year, into the fourth
yeah.
year, into the fifth. But it starts
And
with
we
getting
get better
started.
and better.
You did?
Yes, sir.
So take that leap, y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I'm out again. It's good life for us.
Good life, Twan.
All right, y'all. We see you on Wednesday. Y'all be cool.
Yeah.